one. All right, shifting gears. Are you trying to lose weight, but the pounds just won't come off?
Apparently, if you're a woman, believe it or not, the problem could be tied to your relationship with your man or your partner. And joining us this morning to explain is hypnotherapist Debra. Berndt, good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
So we can blame Steve, men, or your
Not
partner.
me in particular, yeah.
For the weight gain.
Yes. Well, usually I've worked with hundreds of people on weight loss. And typically with women, I found that the track record is when they started to gain weight was when they broke up with their man. They got heartbroken. And when you think about it, when you're kids, you try to heal those wounds, like you fall off a swing,
right.
and mom gives you a cookie. So,
oh, that's true.
Yeah, and then sometimes a lot of these women don't get nurturing from their parents. You know, they have bad relationships
right.
with their parents, and who gives them nurturing but grandma? And what does grandma do? Give you cookies and
Piece
give you
candy,
food
whatever,
and that comfort
yeah.
food. So they go into the stage right after a breakup where they're feeling really bad, and then they want to eat more, and they want to fill themselves up in some way outside, not get the love inside. They're not getting the nurturing they need.
Mm-hmm.
But then 5, 10, 20 years later, they come to me and they can't get this weight off. And it's because they still haven't healed that relationship or forgiven themselves or forgiven the man. And like I mentioned earlier, we really kind of put this barrier up to keeping men away when we put on those extra pounds.
Okay,
and
so it's kind of an internal kind of,
yeah.
you protect yourself from getting hurt again by not getting into a new relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I do is I help them. What happens is, as soon as they heal that part of them that was heartbroken with the relationship, they end up losing the weight. It's just kind of like that one little thing that keeps them holding that weight on.
So it's kind of like closing one chapter to move on to the next chapter.
Yes.
Sort of.
And I have a breakup recovery CD, which actually helps people do that. I've had people all over the country buy the CD and tell me that after they listen to it, they just feel an immense clearing,
sure.
and they feel better and they love themselves better and they're able to move on with their lives. But a lot of times those old patterns of nurturing themselves, it creates like this cycle of keeping the weight on, and then you don't want to go out to meet someone else because you don't like your body, which makes you more depressed, so you stay home, and then you never lose the weight, and dieting doesn't work, so people go on diet after diet, and right. really it's that emotional piece that's missing.
Okay, and then interestingly enough, on the other hand, for men, you say it's a whole different dynamic.
Oh, for men, I never get them saying, oh, my heart's broken, that's why I gained the weight. Men are...
Really?
Yeah. Men, it's usually deprivation from when they were kids. They didn't get enough. There was a big family and they had to eat really fast, or they didn't get the extra food they needed, their friends got because they were poor. That's usually the typical thing. That when they're adults, they can control that and they fill themselves up with the food they couldn't get as a kid. Okay. So women, it's filling themselves up with love, and for men, it's filling themselves up with just
food.
With food, yeah.
That sounds great. Okay, well, for the viewers who haven't heard about your CDs, you're suggesting people to listen to them before you go to bed at night, not while you're driving,
yes.
just when you're in a quiet environment.
Yes, you can listen to them first thing in the morning. It's kind of like a meditation or relaxation, and it really heals that emotional pain you're going through. And the weight loss CDs help cut out all those bad habits of not having sugar, not eating fatty foods, and also a lot of my clients say they feel like someone really cares about them when they listen to them.
Okay.
So it's really wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah, and you listen to it and it just changes your mind, and once you get your mind in the right place, you can lose the weight and feel great.
And earlier we had talked about the new weight loss drug out there, and that's kind of just a temporary kind of fix.
Well, you're still going to deal with the same issues over and over again until you clear that emotional piece.
It's the overall health.
Yes, love yourself.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Of course, for more information, you can log on to thedenverchannel.com and click on As Seen on 7 News.
All right, still to come.